Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be showcasing a bee farm. Now, for this bee farm, it's a custom one. We've got my honey one and a honeycomb one. And they are very, similar in many ways, but also different. So first, we're going to start off with the honey one. Now over here, we've got an activation circuit. This is to lock the bees inside of it, right? And that'll push up a carpet on the sticky piston. Then we've got our other activation circuit, which is a detector for the honey. Whenever the honey level gets all the way up to 5, it will detect it. As you can see, this the length of the redstone is 5. And then it goes into an output circuit that shoots into this block, dispensing into that dispenser. Then a honey bottle gets taken out into this spot, goes through the sorter, then goes down and around, through this sorting system circuit, and then goes down into the chest. So this is pretty simple. It probably could be smaller if we just cut off some of the sides, but this is with a nice enclosure. Next, we go over to our honeycomb farm, which is a bit different because we have to put in a special lock. And we have a activation circuit, again, to lock it, but this one also has a separate lock right here, which goes into a torch tower and then a circuit. So whenever we want to lock it, it'll close up, and this will push this to the side. This will stop the shears in the dispenser from working. And for this, the collection is actually underneath the flower, and using some water, we can keep that as farmland, and that'll allow blocks to be sucked up from underneath it. So yeah, those are the two designs. Now let's get into the tutorial. For the tutorial, all you're going to need is one glass block for a little peephole in the front of your farm, then 44 red concrete or any other building block, some repeaters, 2 to be exact, then 2 comparators, a redstone torch, 11 redstone dust, 1 beehive, preferably with 3 bees, a sticky piston, any carpet, grass block, a flower, a dispenser, and you're going to want 8 stacks of glass bottles to use on it, a chest, and at least 3 hoppers, along with a torch, but that can be anywhere if you're building a chain of these, which I do recommend. So, let's get into building it. First, you're going to want to place down your grass block, then your flower, and then we're going to build our little structure around the front, like this, kind of like a little porthole or something. And then you're going to build all the way back here, and we're going to leave the front open to put in our beehive. But next, we're going to build down a block and grab our sticky piston. I'm going to place that in there. Then we are going to grab our carpet and place that in there. And before we put in the beehive, we're going to want to build down like this, make like a diagonal shape underneath the sticky piston. And then you're going to go like this. And this will allow you to put in the locking mechanism. So now you can see that it's all locked up with the lever. So next we can put in not our beehive, but our dispenser, so that we don't have to deal with that later. Then we're going to put in the beehive, which is best to put in this way. There we go. Now we can put our glass, and voila, we have the front done. But now, I do suggest putting a light source, but I don't think you need it. But next, we're going to put in our building blocks, or at least, the circuit to detect the honey. So you're going to put down redstone along this whole thing, except for the one right here, where we're going to put a comparator. Then, next, we're going to grab our hoppers. And for this, you can put in first we're going to want to build the circuit, so that's 3 blocks out, and this is just the standard filtering circuit. You build kind of a right angle, and then you put 2 blocks on the side, and you break the middle one. Then you put a comparator against this hopper, which is starting to filter in glass bottles, so you want to try and prevent that. But we can just go ahead and fix that in a second. But now you want to put your redstone torch there, and then we have a filtering circuit. And then you can put in any block, although I did not include the blocks that you'd need. And you're going to want to make sure to, well, have this ready so that this doesn't happen. But also note that the filtering system will not be working while the farm is turned off. But next we're going to make sure that this is kind of like filled with just 4 blocks at the end, and then this will fill up with honey bottles, and then they will filter their way through. And next we are going to and now it is done. You can just flick the lever and see the farm work. And then of course, if you want to, you can place down your chest, and I suggest you plop it down one more, but you could easily just put it right there. Of course, you can't access it. But yeah, this is your honey farm. Next, we're gonna do the honeycomb farm. For the tutorial for the honeycomb farm, you're going to need much more blocks and much more items. First, you're going to need an oak slab, then any type of trapdoor, a wooden hoe, or any hoe, to get some sort of thingy. I need to restart this recording. For the honeycomb farm, you're going to need a slab, a trapdoor, a hoe to till some soil, a staircase, a lever, 5 redstone dust, a flower, a button to stop sound from our note block, a dispenser, preferably 9 shears, 4 hoppers at least, 1 redstone repeater, a beehive, 3 observers, piece of dirt, or anything that can be tilled to be turned into farmland, 2 sticky pistons, 2 redstone lamps, 10 building blocks does not sound right at all. I need to restart this. For the honeycomb farm tutorial, no. For the honeycomb farm, you're going to need a slab, a trapdoor, a hoe to till a piece of ground, a staircase, a lever, 5 redstone dust, a cornflower, a stone button, a note block, a dispenser, preferably with 9 shears, 4 hoppers, 1 redstone repeater, a beehive, preferably with 3 bees, 3 observers, any type of block that can be tilled to be turned into farmland, 2 sticky pistons, 2 redstone lamps, 35 building blocks, a water bucket, and a piece of glass, which can be substituted for a block, but it's nice to have a little peek hole. So, we're going to start the farm with our dirt block. With our dirt block. So, first we're going to do that. Next, we're going to take our staircase, and you're going to want to make it face towards the dirt block. Then we're going to place in some of our building blocks. There we go. And now we're going to place our water bucket in, grab our hoe, and till the land. Now we swap over to our flower, and now we have our basic collection helper and honey maker thingy. So next you're going to want to build around this so that we've got this nice circle area, and put a glass block in the front. Then you're going to want to build over here so the ceiling is 4 blocks tall, Then we're going to go over and down 2 on either side. And we can just cover up this side. For this side, though, we're going to have to do some pretty tricky things. So first, we're going to place in our slab, then our trap door. Actually, before we place in our trap door, we're going to take out that glass again. And no. So now we're going to place in our trap door, and then we're going to grab our piston, or one of them at least, and we're going to put it through there, so it is 1 block away, or 1 block outside of our farm. Then we're going to go ahead and grab some hoppers, because we're going to be needing these for collection. So we're going to put our 4 hoppers right here. And you can also put a chest, but for this farm, I'd just leave it. And then next you want to put in your beehive. And you're going to need to break the glass for this, or you could have waited to put your glass in. But there we go, the glass is in. Now we're going to put down a block here with a torch on top of it. And then we're going to place down another block. Now, if you've already put your beehive in, I don't suggest putting the torch in just yet. You're going to want to build off to the side in a diagonal, and then another diagonal, and then another diagonal, a lot of diagonals, so that we can get our locking mechanism in. So we're going to do this, and then we put one more right here. Actually, this is going to be a repeater. And then we put our torch, and there we go. Now we have our little locking mechanism. But this is only for keeping the bees in, it's not for the harvesting, because we don't want it to be harvesting while the farm is running. So we're going to take this line, move it over, and next, before we do anything else, we're going to take our dispenser and plop it in right there. So it's going to be facing up, not to the side or anything. And we're going to place in our redstone lamp. Then we're going to go over here and place in an observer and a lamp. So we got this observer, lamp, observer facing towards the next lamp. Then we're going to take 2 observers and then a no block with your button on top of it, unless if you are fine with it making sounds. Next, we've got to put our sticky piston in. And now the farm is toggled off, and that is the honeycomb farm. So yeah. And then let's unlock it. There you go. You can see the farm is working. Same with this one over here. If you did enjoy this tutorial, please leave a like down below and subscribe. And one more thing, I have a new piece of merch out. It should be showing on the screen now. If not, I forgot to edit it in. But yeah. We have new merch. It's pretty cool. It's probably my first professional, amazing design, and it is just amazing. I mean, look, it's even on my shirt. That's kind of what it looks like. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!